Outcasts United, an American town, a refugee team, and one woman's quest to make a difference, 2007, is the second book by former New York Times journalist Warren St. John. It chronicles a season with the Fugees, a soccer team for refugee boys in Clarkston, Georgia. Interweaving personal narratives with local and global histories, St. John explores the power of organized sports for youth and the systemic barriers that hinder refugee integration in American society. In the introduction, St. John asserts that the Fugees' story is inseparable from the broader debate on refugee resettlement. Part 1 blends the histories of Clarkston and the Fugees with stories of the individuals involved. The team's coach, Luma Mufleh, was born into a wealthy family in Jordan and came to the U.S. for college. After graduating, she moved to the Atlanta area. Meanwhile, Liberian refugee Beatrice Ziadi arrived in Clarkston after fleeing the war in Monrovia with her 4 children. In the 1980s, Clarkston, then a quiet, majority-white southern town, was designated a refugee resettlement site due to its proximity to Atlanta and access to public transportation. The demographic shift sparked resentment among longtime residents. Luma, coaching girls soccer and running a restaurant in nearby Decatur, stumbled upon Clarkston and was inspired to start a boys' soccer program. The initiative quickly grew. She became deeply involved in her players' lives and eventually shut down her restaurant to focus on the team. The Fugees expanded as players brought new teammates into the fold. Paula Balagamire, escaping the Democratic Republic of the Congo with her 6 children after her husband's imprisonment, had a son join the team. Tutsi refugee Bienvenue Nentwari joined after fleeing Burundi. St. John contextualizes the discrimination these players face by detailing local incidents of police brutality. The violent assault of Nigerian immigrant Chike Chaime during a traffic stop, and the harassment of Sudanese refugee Nathaniel Nyuk, who attempted to organize a men's soccer league. In the wake of these events, the Fugees were forced to move their practices to a neglected school field. Part 2 opens with tryouts for the new season. Luma is concerned about the under-15 team's crowded, dusty field. After a star player refuses to cut his hair, Luma expels him, prompting further disruptions. Due to chronic tardiness and lack of discipline, she refuses to coach their first home game and cancels the remainder of their season. One player, Liberian refugee Kanue Baya, is especially disheartened. He persuades Luma to hold new tryouts, promising to recruit committed players. While Luma battles with YMCA officials over her decision, Generos Nentwari struggles to support her family. Luma reluctantly agrees to rebuild the under-15 team but warns that losses are likely. In a scrimmage against the under-17s, the under-15s show promise despite losing. Luma petitions Mayor Swanee for access to Milam Park, but is referred to the city council. The reformed team, led by Kanuen Mandela, wins its first game 4-3. The next day, a Liberian boy named Tito, who had been training with the Fugees, is shot near the team's practice field. As fear mounts, Luma prepares for the city council meeting. Some Clarkston institutions, like Thrifttown Grocery, the New International Bible Church, and the police department, begin adapting to the town's cultural changes. Mayor Swanee struggles to justify his opposition to soccer at Milam Park. Ultimately, the city council grants the team a 6-month trial to use the field. The Fugees begin practicing there, though not without resistance from some longtime residents. Luma also meets with new police chief Tony Scipio to address gang threats facing her players. Part 3 follows the end of the season. Kendrim Bushi, a refugee from Kosovo, becomes key to the under-13 team. After early losses, the under-13s defeat the all-white Liberty Fire, nearly securing first place. Meanwhile, the under-15s lose a critical match, and Mandela is cut for poor conduct. The Decorous brothers, who lost their mother and sisters in a car crash after arriving in the U.S., become central to the under-13 lineup. On the way to their next game, Luma is arrested for driving on a suspended license. The team plays without her and loses badly. To lift morale, she takes the boys trick-or-treating. That same night, Grace Balagamir is awoken by gunshots outside his apartment. In their final game, the under-15s play with little effort. Luma berates them at halftime, and they ultimately lose. The disciplined under-13s, by contrast, win their last match and earn a spot in the prestigious Tornado Cup. At the tournament, they win one game and lose another, needing a win to advance. They begin strong but are defeated in the final moments and leave disappointed. Shortly afterward, the team loses access to Milam Park. In the epilogue, St. John recounts Luma's reconciliation with her parents and updates on the Fugees players' post-2006 season. A New York Times article by St. John sparked donations and sponsorships, allowing Luma to assume full control of the team and its future. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.